I want you to know what's going on.
So Yume Nonito, what she's doing, she's actually spearheading a woke campaign in Japan. And she's doing this with the orders coming from the political party she is tied to.
So look at this post. She said, I don't want to be in a male society. When I was a teenager, I was told that I couldn't live if I didn't pander to the male society. So she talks about male society. But what she's really trying to do is import to Japan the American white privilege theory, which says white privilege is the societal privilege that benefits white people over non-white people. Since Japan is almost an homogeneous society, Japanese native, you can't apply the white privilege theory as it is because it wouldn't work. There are no white people. And so you have to change it. And the way to change it is to substitute white with male. This is a tactic to inject into the Japanese culture this concept with the goal to destabilize society, just like it's happening in America, in order to make room for more social control and more state power. You want an example? So look at this news.
Anger and alarm over anti-LGBT views. The furor erupted on February 4th after it emerged that Masayoshi Araya said he would not want to live next to gays and other sexual minorities. The remarks were exclusivist and terrifying and have the potential to divide society, fumed Kenta Izumi, who's the leader of the main opposition Constitutional Democratic Party of Japan. So imagine this. Have you ever heard a Japanese to speak in this way? Would not want to live next to gays and other sexual minorities. Japanese who keep everything for themselves, who never speak out, because that's what the culture is, but somehow a politician whose job is really not to say the things that he really believes in, is to keep everything that he wants to say inside. That's the job of a politician. Somehow he rages against gay, knowing well that it will be criticized and it will be consequences on what he did. He knows full well the consequences of the remarks that he made. But instead of keeping it to themselves like any Japanese would do, no, he just goes out and says it. And look at this. Public expresses anger. These people are organized. Public, they call them and say, look, this news came out, let's go and protest. It's like 30 people with the rainbow glasses. And you call that public? I mean, the public doesn't know, and if he didn't know, doesn't care. Nobody thinks those things. Nobody hates the gays, but they want to make sure that the perception is exactly that.
So this is a strategy. These are not random news. These are very well thought of news. And what is the goal? The goal is to exaggerate discrimination against LGBTQ, then push for politics that will lead to equal rights. That is, gay marriage, gay adoption of children, and then you would have trans people using women's bathroom. We already seen that you will have self-identifying trans people getting into women universities, and this will lead to, I'm sorry to say this, but this is the case, as is already happening in the West, where you have pedophiles pretending to be women get into Japanese hat bath. This is what it will lead to.
And if you want to do something about it, please help share this content. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet.